reimagining Barbados' future. From our perspective, we see a monumental passing opportunity here to leverage technology for sustainable economic development. And we believe, as from what I've heard all day, is that the time to act is now. The dramatic negative impact climate change has forced sustainability to the top of the global agenda on economic development. Sustainability-focused technological innovation is proven to be critical to realizing the objective of sustainable economic development. In terms of economic development plans that governments and countries prepare, these plans must mitigate, especially here in the Caribbean, against physical infrastructure devastation through the widespread use of highly sustainable building solutions and technology. No longer can we afford to just rebuild with the same materials and the same processes. We need to look to technology for much improved and more resilient solutions. Equally important, as I think it was Khalil mentioned earlier, in terms of records. Digital records must also be protected to avoid loss of proof of ownership of land and other real assets. And we believe blockchain technology has a very important role to play here as well. Global trade threats and competition in a digital world demand innovative, robust technological solutions. Security and intelligence-focused software-based technological innovation is therefore also critical to the objective of sustainable economic development. And here too, blockchain technology, along with other emerging technologies such as AI and machine learning, can and will, in our view, play a key role. Now, to thrive in the new digital economy, countries simply cannot afford to be complacent, and I think I heard on the panel, the same sentiment expressed today. Technology adoption is key, but it is not enough. Technology innovation in both practice and positioning is critical. So you're either merely a follower in the global marketplace or you're a world leader. And our goal, at least I think, from what I've heard today, Barbados would like to be a world leader in this space. Well, as we have already heard for the day, blockchain is arguably the most revolutionary technology to emerge since the internet. And many, as you've also heard, many forward-thinking small nations and others have recognized the economic potential of going all in on blockchain, positioning themselves as curated, enabling environments for explosive blockchain innovation. Their goal is to attract thousands of blockchain startups and build lucrative new economic development pillars for their economies, based on heavy foreign direct investment in the blockchain startups, plus recurring registration fee revenues. I'm sure I might have missed a few, but those are a couple of the key drivers of these countries pursuing this space, this new emerging market. So what exactly is Barbados' reality here? From my perspective, I think we're a little late to the game in Barbados. Most of the world's leading technology innovators are already on board the technology trends bus, as I call it. But the bus seems to have passed Barbados by, yet it is still clearly in sight. So there's still opportunity, and that's why my presentation started with monumental passing opportunity. So what is the solution then? How exactly does Barbados, as a small island nation, catch up with the rest of the world and get on that bus? What is the way forward? We've heard a lot of talk on the regulatory side and so on, but I think at the end of the day, the consensus was quite in line with what I'm thinking. But I take a slightly different perspective on the whole idea of that previous slide in terms of catching up with the bus. So I say stop chasing the bus. It's not about trying to play catch up with the other territories. I believe chasing the bus is conventional thinking, and that it is small thinking, and which in my personal view is without doubt one of Barbados' biggest problems. And I'll just divert slightly to say that I think a generation of young people are coming up being told about entrepreneurship, but then they're funneled to the Small Business Association, and I think that name of that organization needs to change to Big Business association. This small thinking thing is a big problem, no pun intended. 166 square miles does not define or limit the economic potential of Barbados. Small thinking does, and that needs to change pronto. Facebook is not a country. It does not own 166 square miles of land anywhere. Yet it has 2.1 billion citizens, generating many times the annual revenue of the Barbados government for Facebook. All accomplished within just 10 years of existence compared to Barbados' 52 years of independence. So the next time you look at Facebook, don't just see a place to shoot the breeze and catch up with friends and so on. See the economic lesson that it represents and learn from that poignant example. Physical size does not matter. Create the ultimate destination for global blockchain, AI, IoT, and VR technology innovation. I know the focus here today is blockchain, but I don't want you to lose sight of the other technologies. They're all complementary and can be used together. Blockchain is a very strong central core foundation, so I understand that, but there are other technologies that you need to be very aware of and be open to embracing as a technology hub going forward. So why create the ultimate destination? Because by applying strategic thinking and creating the ultimate technology innovation destination, that technology bus that you saw before actually changes course. It turns around and comes to you, so you don't need to chase it. Right? When you create that superior destination than what is already out there in Malta, Estonia, Switzerland, and so on, the bus turns around and comes to you. Because what you have to offer is chalk and cheese, head and shoulders above anything else. And I want to suggest that just a single Barbadian mind, thinking strategically and thinking big, can empower Barbados to come from behind and surpass all other competitors. So what if you brought 10 such minds together, or 100? Endless possibilities, in my view. But the key question is this: do you believe it is possible? We've seen people coming together and talking positively and committing to making changes and doing things to move Barbados forward and to be a leader in different sectors. And many a time it falls by the wayside. Perhaps people, get caught up in the hype and the so on of the conferences and the sessions and so on, but then when they get back to their individual spaces, their belief in the possibility of it wanes, perhaps. But if you don't believe it's possible because you're focused on the smallness of Barbados and its perceived shortcomings, you won't take action. So big and bold thinking, on the other hand, engenders belief, and naturally precipitates bold and big action that often results in truly extraordinary outcomes. And extraordinary is something that I would like to recommend that we strive for. Not just good, not just great, but extraordinary. So the bottom line is Barbados can become the world's #1 technology innovation center. The best way to make that happen is to stop talking and start demonstrating that full potential through highly strategic thinking, bold vision, and definitive action. So yes, the talk and the analysis and all of that is important, but it shouldn't be allowed to go on until you have everything perfectly analyzed and so on. You need to start doing things to show the world, that we mean business in this area. So a quick example, SMART, our company, is a humanitarian blockchain enterprise, a for-profit company with a big, bold vision and plan to transform Barbados' economic reality through highly strategic technology innovation with a laser focus on sustainability. So the SMART vision and plan comprises strategic blockchain platform development on one hand, focused on building an accelerator type platform for multiple stakeholders, and strategic real estate development on the other hand, deploying blockchain, IoT, AI, and other emerging technologies into real-world environments, validating their economic development impact through big data analysis and thus driving faster, more widespread adoption of these technologies. A world first for Barbados, because I've never heard of any other real estate project built from the ground up, embedding blockchain, AI, and all of these other technologies. And this is targeted at many of these tech entrepreneurs in the room and Silicon Valley and elsewhere who are working with these technologies to build better futures for communities. So we are building a community for them with the technologies they're working with every day. So we expect this would assist in attracting many more people working in blockchain and AI and so on to want to, wow, what's this Barbados that is actually using these technologies in innovative ways? I must come to Barbados and see this property and so on and spend a few weeks there or whatever. Then they fall in love with Barbados, they ask a few questions and they understand the regulatory process that is in train. So that doesn't have to be completely finished and so on, but they can see that Barbados means business. And they can be persuaded to take a serious look at setting up shop in Barbados. So we've built a global consortium of companies with sustainable and other tech solutions, and we will be launching the world's first consortium token sale, to the best of my knowledge. I stand corrected if there has been one before. And our goal is to raise $1 billion via product service voucher pre-sales across the 37 consortium companies. Now we're fully subscribed. 25% of that $1 billion raise, at a minimum, will be deployed directly into the Barbados economy. And this Barbados economy serves as SMART's pilot technology deployment environment to illustrate the power of technology combined with strategic business development in accelerating real economic growth. In addition, the technology value solutions of all of the 37 consortium partner companies will be deployed into the Barbados economy where practical, rapidly and significantly elevating the technological profile of Barbados as a destination and model of tech-centric economic transformation. These diverse technology solutions include things like sustainable building system, withstanding 250 mile/hour winds beyond Category 5 rating, shipping optimization platform, financial technology training certification, big data solutions platform, Tier 1 air quality management solution for entire cities and countries, 5G wireless solutions, advanced health technology, and there are several others. To maximize the economic impact of what we do in Barbados, our new reality TV docuseries on the SMART startup story and journey will showcase Barbados to millions worldwide for a period of 7 years, delivering a degree of international weekly exposure which Barbados simply could not otherwise afford to pay for. Now, small thinking would be just pay for the media, as much as you can, what you can, but big thinking says be the media. And that is our approach. At the same time, leveraging the tech-savvy youth of Barbados is also key. So creating a focused sense of community and patriotic purpose behind this whole blockchain movement through contemporary national branding and tech initiatives will attract and engage the brightest young minds on the island. And that is important to get those young minds engaged, because they're the ones that are going to build on the foundation that you lay in terms of the regulatory environment you prepare and the opportunities that you open up. This is our reality show online challenge where we're inviting millennials from around the world to compete to be one of 37 contestants on this first series. It's called The Co-Founder, Global Startup Talent Search Challenge and Reality TV series. I think the flyers in your seminar package has a link where you can go and get more information about that. And I reference engaging the youth, and that means building a brand around the whole philosophy and about driving Barbados forward as a technology destination, blockchain focus, and so on. This is just an example of that kind of branding and pulling merchandise and so on together to engage the young people, on a very high level. So reimagining Barbados' future. We have only just scratched the surface here just to give a glimpse of what we think is possible when you combine bleeding edge technology with highly strategic business development and advanced business model engineering, and then top it all off with bold, definitive action. All of that means nothing if you're not going to actually take action and start to do something. We imagine a future for Barbados that democratizes economic opportunity for all through technology innovation and facilitates ready access to growth capital for everyone. We imagine a future for Barbados that is much more prosperous, but also much more sustainable, based on the expert deployment of Tier 1 technological solutions from around the world, enhancing Barbados' international profile as an international business jurisdiction like no other. Obviously, we can't do it all. Everybody has a part to play. But we can serve, as a powerful catalyst for change. So we invite government and the private sector and other organizations like BIBA, who has taken this initiative, in which I applaud, to play their part. So the time to act is now. Thank you for your time.